Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Lone Pine Profit. Hope you guys are having a good start to the morning. As of right now, again, the natural gas report came out about 12 minutes ago. Hit lows of 103.10, consolidated for about 20 minutes or 10 minutes, and then began to show signs of an uptrend. So, as of right now, I have my series of alerts set up. The really cool thing that I like about forward slash NGS right now is that it was showing signs of an uptrend during extended hours as of like the middle of the night. And then it began to really sell off, trading between the middle and bottom VWAP. And then it wasn't until the natural gas report came out that it began to really push up. So ultimately, I think that the overall direction of natural gas, at least as of right now, is downtrending. So it makes it that much easier for us to expect, right, forward slash NG to peak out and then begin to sell off. So as of right now, kind of what I'm waiting out for is just to get filled on DGAS, right, for the overall reversal. So we could see that it's beginning, well, it already sold off, consolidated, and began to make higher highs on this side. Let me move this on over. There we go. All right, I'm just going to give it a little bit more time for me to be able to determine if I should get in as of right now or wait a little bit later. There's still a strong push up on natural gas. Strong push down. All right, let's see. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, no, still pushing up. So, just gonna try to get filled around this general area. Ideal sell point is gonna be somewhere around this range, right? Really pushing up now. Here we go. 104 09 sold at 104.49. Wow. Okay. That's really low. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, just looking at previous patterns, one of the things that I try to look at is where was it previously trading and what were a series of previous indicators that would indicate a sign of a resistance as it begins to recover. So, like the EMA line, the middle VWAP, that would make sense based off of previous support levels. That could act as a new resistance level and stuff like that. So, that would make sense as well. Um, so, we'll see if we could still get in for a good deal. Yeah, it's kind of just a waiting game right now. It's a little boring, but we'll see. Yeah, it's trying. Natural gas is trying to bounce off of the middle VWAP. Let's see. Do you have a video explaining how to read the natural gas report? I don't have a video doing that, as I don't normally read the natural gas report. I usually just trade whatever ends up selling off if it makes sense for it to recover, right? So, but I can definitely make a video, maybe just following up for those that are interested in it. But in my opinion, the natural gas report comes out and the reaction is so quick that it's like almost pointless in a sense to try to trade off of the news on natural gas, right? Because it's so instant. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. I see what you're saying. So I think you're talking about Guillermo, right? So like the lower highs right here, and then the higher highs up here, right? Um, I mean, yes, in a sense, when it comes down to this overall pattern, but I think that a majority of it is coming from its overall push, right? So this is the only one that I think even then came naturally, but this is when the market opened. This has to do with the report. So this is what drove the price up. So just as much as it went up, it could have gone down. So I still think ultimately the overall direction for natural gas is downtrending. And that's just being able to look at how it was trading before there was any relevant news, right? Or catalyst that drove the price up or down. Let's see. Do you think that JNUG is a good buy at 955? Um, well, looking at /GC, it looks like gold is still downtrending. So then looking at JNUG, let's look at JDST. Yeah, JDST is still uptrending, so JNUG should, where's it at right here? Yeah, still downtrending, so it makes sense on why it can bounce here, but again, this is all the, data that you have to go off of. But when you look at /GC, you could see all this, right? That it's been downtrending for a long period of time. And that although this is a previous support, because it's been downtrending for such a long period of time, that it can continue to downtrend. So, it's just like, yes, it can bounce here, but let's just wait for the confirmation. So, just so that overall downtrend doesn't continue. You get what I mean? Huge push down on Tesla. Wow. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so for the past 30 days, was it Kirilo? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I apologize if I'm chopping it up. But YETI, you're saying for the past about 30 days, it's been showing signs of an uptrend to an extent. And I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, you could always make more money, but the biggest focus is can you consistently profit. So as long as you've been consistent, been able to profit off of it, I think ultimately that's what's most important. So here we go. So overall, it is uptrending, and you can see that as it uptrends, it builds a resistance level, right, and then it builds a support level, and then it breaks that, and then it continues to uptrend, and then it consolidates, and then it trades it in between 28 to 32, right? Being able to understand the low points and the high points, I think it's very important. I still wouldn't, again, have a huge focus on trying to get in at the lowest points. I would still try to have a larger focus on being able to get in at, price ranges where it would make sense that you could sell for a profit and stuff like that. So, nothing wrong with just giving it a little bit more time for it to validate the support and push up. And then when it gets close to the resistance, nothing wrong with locking in profits as it sells off. So, yeah. Since we're why do you no longer put your account aside for swing trading? Mark, the biggest thing has to do with consistent patterns. I've talked about that multiple times. When it comes down to if there's not, I had a huge focus on swing trading early last year, but it's also because I saw the market to become so much more or be so much more consistent. As of right now, I'm not seeing so much of that, so that is why I don't swing trade as much anymore. Here we go. /NG, still showing signs of an uptrend. Looks like it bounced off of that middle VWAP. It looks like it's almost struggling to make higher highs here, or continue to push up. So we should be expecting a little bit of a sell-off if anything. You guys creeping up now. You got it. And definitely, it could definitely still continue to push up. Here we go, still slight signs of a resistance. If anything, I wish natural gas pushed up a little bit higher so we could buy gas for a better deal. That would be nice. If we could buy gas down here, that would be really nice because it would make sense on why gas would recover. So that's so sweet, Rob. It's all your hard work paying off, so happy to have you as a part of the team. I like that. Nice. Yeah. As of right now, well, it's nothing. It's super boring, right? Because you just have to wait for it to consolidate, and for it to pick right back up again. So, I've still been waiting to identify its overall trend though. Yeah. So looking at /NG, I think that makes it a little bit easier. You can see that it's been downtrending, especially right before the natural gas report came out. So we could expect after this push up, right? Because it looked like in this range, it was getting rejected by this SMA line. We just have to wait for lower lows now. There we go. Wow, the thing's dropping quick. What do you guys think about Diaz? How do you think it's looking? Do you think it's going according to plan? Do you guys not think it's going according to plan? How are you guys feeling about it? Camera Lighter 101. What do you think? Nice little push up for the boys. Nice. I like it. Nice. I like that. Okay, so. Yeah. I'm still in Diaz as of now. Yep. Ricky, do you think that it will reach the top VWAP? I think that it will get close to this general price range of like 106 around here. If it goes according to plan. So we need to break above this like 105 resistance. It was doing a really good job pushing up, but now it's just kind of been holding back a little bit. You're cracking, man. I like that, Walter. Congrats. Nice, nice. Sorry about that, my headphone users. Still consolidating. Yeah, fast scalp. I mean, it's not essentially for free, right? It's included in LPP. So as of right now, I'm happy with how we're doing things. And I mean, I don't trade for that much longer after I close out the streams. So, you know, it would be something that we would have to explore a little bit later to be able to watch me trade longer. Because I mean, I don't trade that much longer. Dan, congrats. So happy to see that. /CL consolidating. Let's check it out. I mean, it's downtrending, right? So overall, middle and bottom VWAP, it's downtrending, had a nice little push up. Ultimately, it's still downtrending. So it looks like it tried to catch a support. So we might see it actually try to bounce before it continues to downtrend. So let's just make sure that we wait out for that. Fast cap. No, of course. Thank you again. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, I don't think the direction is super clear as of right now of what it's going to try to do. Is it going to try to bounce or continue to downtrend? We'll have to kind of wait out for that. Yeah, no, Lobster, I appreciate that as well. Thank you. I'm so sorry that it's so boring, team. I'm just waiting for this thing to turn around. Yeah. Um, that's a what's going on, Ozzy? It's okay. Put on some music. You guys crack me up. Um, One of the reasons, I mean, it's not that I always try to trade during early hours. Well, obviously, I mean, we have the Learn Plan Profit live streams. So, I mean, I'm here during the market open. So if I see an opportunity, I'll try to, do my part in taking advantage of it. But ultimately, sometimes I do trade for like 4 to 5 hours, and I just don't find that to be super enjoyable and as efficient. So one of the things that I've been seeing lately is, well, luckily, right? It's just been the opportunities have presented themselves, at least for the past week, very early within the morning, and then because of that, I'm not saying that they don't present themselves again later throughout the day. I just finish and stop trading, and then just ignore everything, and then focus on my other work. So I think a lot of it has to just do with general convenience, and then when the opportunities do present themselves, that's my biggest focus. So if you're trying to to decide like when you should trade, I think you should first pick a niche, right? That you see value in, that you resonate well with, and once you identify that niche, see when the opportunities in general, which means that you're gonna have to dedicate some time to practice, tend to present themselves. So if it's usually early in the mornings, midday, or later throughout the day, then so be it. But as long as you're aware of when they usually present themselves, then I think that's what's most important. Felix Alex says, Marcus, hey Ricky, today is my first day being so bored of the stock market. Um, yeah, the first of many, the easiest way to put it. I don't want to overhype it. You guys know that I'm here to tell you guys like my experience, and yeah, sometimes it does get really boring because, I mean, it's great because a lot of people like glorify this like type of lifestyle, which is, yeah, I mean, like you sit back in a computer and if this is your full time job or income, then so be it. But yeah, I remember, um, this is why I really enjoyed having a normal job while I was trading, because it allowed me to interact with other people, because all my work had to do with just me behind a computer. Do you get what I'm saying? I worked with the TechBot Solutions group back then because that's all I had, and the Lone Pine Profit group. And it was all behind a computer screen for hours. I traded behind a computer screen for hours. I made videos behind a camera and uploaded it, you know, every day. And it was just very like, I think like obviously for me at least, it was very enjoyable to be able to interact with other people, and that's why I enjoyed going to the gym, going to school, going to work and stuff like that. So hey, what are we, chop liver? What's going on, Aaron? What's going on, Austin? So first of all, welcome to the team. You've been a part of it for about a month. So it's not that I like prefer to trade. I mean, I have a larger focus now on ETFs because I've seen them when it comes down to like the approach of day trading them, to be that much easier for me to consistently, because of the futures, right, and how I trade them, profit off of them. But it just has to do again with just the overall market. I have seen the overall market not be as consistent, so because of that, like it's more difficult for me as of right now to try to find stocks to trade that I feel as comfortable trading as I do with ETFs. That's all. It doesn't mean that like that I think they're better. I've never said that. That I think you can make more money off of them. I don't think that's true. Um, it's just my little niche as of right now, and it tends to change from time to time as the market changes. So I think that's one of the most important things, to like always be on your toes, to make sure that you adapt to the overall market, so you're quick to adjust. Sorry you're not feeling well. It's all good. throat I think is getting a little bit better, but um, there's a mix of two things. Well, obviously, I mean, I have a fever and I have like sore throat, but and then yesterday was Justin's birthday, so we took him out for a little bit, and I was just out a little bit later than I probably should have been. So, but I'm good. Nothing to complain about. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but please never leave live shows. Seems to be too quiet without you. Sounds good. Was there ever a day where you really wanted to stop trading completely? I want you guys to know that like when I started at 14, right? That's when I got introduced to the market, like when I became aware of it, right? So I've always heard about the stock market, but that's when I like really started to look into it. I have not been non-stop trading since then. I need you guys to know that, right? Just like a lot of people that just got started when learning about a new market, I tried it out. It didn't work out well for me, and then I stopped. But then I continued to try to invest in other markets with still kind of like the stock market on the back burner, just wanting to give it a little bit more time for me to like gain more capital because I knew you needed money to make money. So then I began to paper trade shortly after that. And again, it wasn't every day, as it wasn't making me a huge amount of money. And I was the only one I wasn't part of any group, I wasn't part of any course or anything like that. It was really just me. And then slowly I began to like practice different things that I learned online. It was just all over the place. And I think that's why a lot of people give up because there's a lot of like mixed information and information that, and I don't even want to call it mixed, but some it might work for some people, it might not work for others, and it definitely did not all work for me. So there's definitely points where I wanted to give up, just like everybody else, right? When approaching or learning about a new market. So, but ultimately, I always thought, in my opinion, and this is just my like I don't know if it's because like I'm Mexican and I always saw my dad like working so hard when it came down to like manual labor, but like I always thought it was so interesting how I could possibly like make what he makes just behind a computer screen while he works for like hours with manual labor. That was always so intriguing to me. So because of that I just never gave up, and now we're here, right? Couple dollar days, couple $100 days, and a couple $1,000 days. It's crazy how you continue to progress, but I've always had a huge passion for the market, so. Brown and proud. What's going on? Yeah, so, okay, well, it looks like we're pushing up. It looks like we're consolidating quite some bit around 105, but we're definitely not pushing up. So, are you hungover? No, I didn't drink much, so I'm just really tired and still sick. So, pretty much the same thing, right? Less Paul? Yeah, no, yeah. Look at natural gas. So I'm gonna close out the stream. It's just not moving enough. Um, it's almost building like a straight flat line right here, right? So we're really waiting for natural gas to begin to make lower lows and lower highs, but we're really just building a really strong support around this general area. So, do you have a sell order? No, not yet. Kind of just going with the flow as of right now, but ah, Jimbo, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yep. Here we go. There he goes. Natural gas still trying to push up. So money and driveway story before you close. That's actually gonna be a part of. I think I'm gonna upload the video today. Michael just has to edit it, so I don't know if it's gonna be uploaded today. You're talking about what was put in my Instagram story, right? So yeah, I'm not too sure as of right now, but I'll close out the live stream here. And first of all, I just wanted to thank you guys again for your time. If you guys have any questions, I think I might make a video about just how I trade, like the ETFs and how that correlates on over to the future, and then with that natural gas report, talking about how I trade during these reports. We've been getting so many questions. I just want to make sure that that concept is all answered. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. So appreciate you guys' time. I'm going to grab some food right now, but wish you guys an amazing rest of your Thursday. Again, we have today, we have tomorrow. Let's keep it simple. We've been doing very well for the past 3 days, just focusing on whatever we see value in. So let's make sure that we keep it that way. If you guys have any questions, direct message me. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.